This playthrough is rated M for mature. We haven't quite finished Max Payning yet. Greetings and salutations, viewers. While we're back here with another episode of Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. Last time we beat the game and saw that no real happy endings for Max other than he accepted the deaths of Mona and his wife, and hopefully he lived on to at least live for the rest of his days until he gets older and goes to Brazil for some reason. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so this is the bonus episode. We're going to do a little extra stuff here. One, I'm going to beat the game with Dead on Arrival mode. I'll do that off screen. And we're going to play some of the modes as well and try to find a couple of the Easter eggs that were in the game. Not as many as the first game, but there's a few here. So when you beat the game, you have to beat the game in detective mode to unlock everything else. So what hardboiled is the enemies, I believe, like punch a little bit harder, but not by much. And really the big difference between hardboiled and like Dead on Arrival for detective is your limited saves from the main game. So there's really, it's not like enemies insta-kill you or anything like that. It's just you can only save like a handful of times per level. Otherwise, you'll have to restart or something like that. So, but I'll do that off screen. New York Minute, I'll show you that one. So New York Minute is basically you have to get through an area as Max as fast as you can. So you can choose any of the chapters and just run through it as quickly as you can to beat it. And that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, it's just a time thing to like post your records online or whatever. It's like, oh hey, I beat the prologue in like 5 seconds or whatever, you know. I mean, it's not really my thing, but it was a way to try to give the game some replayability for people, because pretty much there's not much else you can really do with the game outside of the story, unfortunately. Yeah, the bullet time's fun and everything like that. The story's interesting, but there's, you know, it's one of those games you play once, and then you eventually the
world was
up. Then you move on to something else, you know, and then you maybe play the game sometime later, you know, years down the line. You're like, oh, I remember this game, you know. As much as I like this game, it does have its limits. But then again, a lot of games do. So, you know. But anyway, yeah. See the timer there? So you just try to.
Max, what's going on?
Anyone there?
Yeah, you try to like slam through the level as fast as you can. I don't know why I'm playing through this. I just want to show you the timer situation and everything. So.
There was a blind spot in my head.
I actually don't remember how to get through this.
The answer should be, call it denial.
Yeah, here's the guy with the gun. Yeah, unfortunately, cutting the scenes goes to this load screen, and unfortunately, it might be faster to just let the. It might be faster to just let the thing play out sometimes. Yeah, see, every time, like I said, I'd have to actually count this. I know it doesn't count against your time during the cutscenes itself, so. Trying to remember actually how to. Oh, come on. I think that's it for the level. Prologue is pretty short. Actually, the whole game, if you really skip all the dialogue and don't listen to people, you know, talk, you can beat the game really fast, like within an hour or something like that. Which is what I'll do off screen when I do Dead on Arrival, because there's a little bonus addition to the ending if you beat the game on Dead on Arrival. That's why I'm doing it. It's not quite done yet. Yeah, how fun it is to skip all the cutscenes. Like I said, it would almost be better, but we've already seen it before, so. Yeah, just cut through all the cutscenes. And 2885. Obviously, you can get through it a lot faster, but that's the gist of it. So, yeah, see how fast? 30 seconds to beat one of the sections, you know? So, but, yeah, sure, why not? Alright, let's show off. Whoops. Let's go back. No. Alright, let's go back. Let's show off Dead Man Walking. So what Dead Man Walking is basically you have to fight an endless amount of enemies. So your job is to try and see how long you last. So, let's go over to the main yard. I'm not gonna show off all the levels, just the gist of the concept of the game. Obviously, I'm not very good at the game overall, so I wouldn't be able to last too long. I don't know. Maybe if I played through it enough, I'd get a lot better. But you know, when you saw me play, I was kind of pretty pitiful a lot of the time. So, yeah. So we just gotta let's see. What do we got? Shotgun and some guns. Oh, well, alright. I already died. I think there was I was right next to the explosion. Let's try that one more time just to actually try to last a little bit more than 5 seconds. Actually, 12 seconds. I lasted 12 seconds. Seems a bit much. I thought I lasted less than that. So. All right, let's wait for. Let's see. Right now we got pistols and a shotgun. Okay. And then yeah, we just need to wait for people to spawn. Whoa! Yeah, I forgot. I mean, there's almost no reason to not be in this mode, like the slowdown mode, so.
Die! Fire in the hole!
Oh, yeah, see, these guys can pop up from anywhere. Ow! Okay, well, anyway, you get the point. Basically, we just have to survive as long as we can. That's pretty much the gist of it. And it takes some of the bigger areas in the game, and you play those to unlock the level, so. I don't need to save it there. Okay, so, and a couple of Easter eggs. There's an Easter egg in, I believe, chapter, I think 6, or say part 1, chapter 7, I know has some codes. Let me look up really quick. There's a couple of, let's see. No, actually, I think they're both chapter 7. Yeah, there's a chapter 7, part 1, and, it's when you have to fight Kaufman of the Cleaners. There's one right before you meet Kaufman, and then there's one right after Kaufman. So, but anyway, how do we unlock Dead on Arrival? If you don't want to play, let's say you start the game straight up, and you want to just get straight to Dead on Arrival for whatever reason, like maybe you play the game and this is an old file or something like that. So let's go, yeah, let's just start the prologue. I just need to go to a level. It doesn't matter. It just has to be, gameplay has to be going on for this to work, so. Unfortunately, I have to skip through all the cutscenes and everything like that, but that's fine. Now we play the waiting game. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And really, with me rushing through it and I have to do all the dialogue, Dead on Arrival probably won't take me very long at all to finish. I mean, it might take me a little while just from the difficulty, just because of limited saves, but I'll be fine. Alright. Yeah, now that you know the context of the story, you get like where in the game the story was before the ending. You basically start out like right before the end of the game, basically. Classic story trope. Yep. But anyway, to unlock all the modes of the game, press square, 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 X, left, right, square, 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 X, left, right. All right, now let's go back to new game. And it's unlocked. This would have been the same for everything. So now everything is unlocked here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to meet you at part 1, chapter 7 in that cleaner section. And I'll show you the 2 Easter eggs you can get during that section. So, all right, I'll catch you then. Okay, here's one of the Easter eggs. So this is where we go down, we shoot some of the cleaner guys out the window in a slow-mo. Go down the scaffolding, and then this guy shoots a guy out of the window. We kill him, and then we can jump over here. And then if we go a little bit further. Oh. But anyway, this is the shrine to Mike Parcell or whatever. He died during the making of this game, I believe. And I think he worked on the first game as well, so. Thanks for making the game, dude. Rest in peace, even though this has been, like, was it when this game came out a long time ago? But still. Rest in peace either way. So, all right, on to the next Easter egg. Okay, in part 1, chapter 7, after defeating Kaufman and his crew that, this is about the end of the level. After you kill all of them, I think you have to kill every single henchman and him. But if you go back into the... Oh, by the way, the shrine is also in the same chapter, by the way. But anyway, if you go back to the level or the area you went in to get to this point, if you turn on the TV after killing all the guys... Yeah, we get a Grand Theft Auto 1/2 Easter egg from that. Yeah, back in the day, Grand Theft Auto was top-down exploration before the third game, where they turned into the kind of open world game that it turned out to be. So, yeah, that's it. As far as I'm aware, that's it for the Easter eggs. There's just 2 that I'm aware of, unless people can let me know otherwise. So, all right. So after that, I'll just see you at the end of the game when we beat the Dead on Arrival mode, or Dead Man Walking. I always mix the two versions up. Dead on Arrival, yeah, Dead on Arrival mode, and I'll show you the alternate, or the extra bit of the ending there. So.
The past is a gaping hole. Your only chance is to turn around and face it. But it's like kissing the lips of your dead love. Darkness waiting in the hole of your mouth. It was almost morning, waking up from the American dream. We are willing to suffer, to die for the things we care about, for love, for the right choices. Because of her, I had solved the case, my case, all of it, who I am. Is it worth it? Saying that it never is would be a lie. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes something good comes out of it, something you know you wouldn't deserve in a million years.
God, I turned out to be such a damsel in distress.
Something that gives you a reason to go on.
NYPD, freeze!
Easy! Don't move!
We need a paramedic team here. We have 2 survivors.
I had a dream of my wife. She was dead, but it was all right.
All right, and yeah, that's the bonus ending to the game. If you defeat the game on Dead on Arrival, apparently Mona survives. Now, unfortunately, that is not the real ending of the game. So if you play the third one, I guess you could see it as the real game if you consider the game only having the first and second game. If you play the third game, it's clear she dies. I personally am a fan of the Mona dying ending. I don't know, that just seems to kind of stick with the dark themes and setting of Max Payne overall. You know, Payne losing multiple people over the course of this journey, and just kind of surviving and dealing with it. But I think the game works better as a twofer. Anyway, Max Payne 3 is a weird game because as a game it's good, but I don't think it's a good Max Payne game, if that makes sense. It's because it's done by Rockstar, it's not done by Remedy, so it wasn't even done by the same people, so I feel like it's not the same story. And it was worked on for many years. I remember it being in like gaming limbo forever, or production hell, just because of like what they wanted to do with it story-wise and everything like that, and then finally came out years later. I think I remember correctly, most people tended to like it. That was when Rockstar actually made games out of Grand Theft Auto 5 stuff, you know. And yeah, we found Steven's memorandum in the game overall. So, but yeah, that's it for the bonus content of the game. That's pretty much it. Just the memoriam and the cute Grand Theft Auto reference from the Rockstar side of things. And if you beat the game on Dead on Arrival, you save Mona, or Mona somehow survives being shot in the back, which I guess is possible. I mean, it's not like Vlad pumped her full of blood or anything like that. He just shot her once, the typical like, and not in the head either. So that would have made for a very non-dramatic scene where she just slumps over dead and that's it, and there's no words or anything like that. I think very rarely do movies or shows or whatever actually do that, where realistically, like, they would actually realistically just straight up kill the person and there would be no last words. It would just like, they get shot and they're dead. I think there's only like a couple of movies that I could think of. I think it was like How to Train Your Dragon 2 had something like that. Although I guess I spoiled that movie for those who... I didn't say who dies or whatever. It's just someone dies in that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little bonus episode. Not much to it. Like I said, just a few little scenes and everything. And it gave me a reason to play through the game again. Really, overall, the only really major difference, because you get to save like I think like 4 times or something like that on this mode. Really, as long as if you played the game before, you kind of know where to save in the level to make sure it's not too much of an effort. Usually, save before the platforming sections, just in case you slip your finger or something like that. And then, weirdly enough, I had trouble with the final level, episode 8, because of the whole. There's so many scenes where you can get jumped. Like, for example, at the very beginning of the level, where you have to run away from, you have to get into the safe and then keep running from the explosions. So there was that was a little bit of trouble. And then multiple scenes where you have to deal with Vlad shooting, especially that final bit right before you tackle him in the very last section. You have to avoid him shooting you because he'll just keep shooting you unless you hit a certain section of the level, and then he'll move away from you because he's basically invincible until you hit that section. So if you don't know how to get him to move, then you're getting free damage off on you, so you have to figure out what to do there. So it was a bit of a challenge, and I noticed in that difficulty that it wasn't so much that the enemies were doing more damage to me, it's just that they were more accurate. I swear that they were like pinpointing me in between barrels and stuff like that on this difficulty. Well, before they'd hit me, but it didn't seem like the AI was as smart. But yeah, I believe on the higher difficulty, they're a little bit, the AI's smarter. I've heard I remember correctly, I think some of the cheat codes for this game were turning off the AI or making it stupid, so it wouldn't be as difficult. I don't know how accurate the game's AI is when it comes to people, but yeah, that's it for the bonus content for Max Payne 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe one day I'll do Max Payne 3. We'll see. I own the game, and I have beaten it, but I don't know if I'd enjoy it as much as this one, but who knows. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.